What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to our little exploration of the Assassin's Creed franchise. Today we're doing the glorious game Assassin's Creed 2 that kind of solidified the entire franchise and sent it forward into the very distant future where it's going to continue going. It's a fantastic game. This game literally shot up to number 2 best game of all time for me on my list, right below my, I will stay faithful to Halo 3 because that is always going to be my favorite game. But this literally shot up to number 2 on my list of greatest games of all time. Legitimate 9.5 out of 10. Okay, so I know what you guys are thinking. I was going to cover Brotherhood and Revelations as part of this video, but I thought about it, and I'll be honest, guys, I really don't see a need to, because while they continue such a fantastic story, they're literally just giant DLCs. And I quite literally think that they just slapped them on discs and threw them out on store shelves because, you couldn't download them. They were just so large. And they were literally just for the story. They added a couple more things in to kind of just, make it, an upgrade. But I'll be honest, they're just great DLCs. Great large DLCs and what they should be, and pretty much what they are now. And, I'm going to give you guys kind of a good taste of the nostalgia and, kind of give you enough to, if you're interested in playing this game, it'll spark your interest. And if you're, just watching for the nostalgia, this will bring back some great memories for you. Little quick background. In this game, we follow Ezio Auditore de Firenze, and a young Italian assassin who's kind of thrust into the assassin lifestyle, pretty much against his will, almost. And he literally turns out to be one of the most iconic video game characters of all time, quite literally. So I won't delay, we'll just hop right into it right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Assassin's Creed 2. The year is now 2009. And this game comes out and literally just takes the fucking gaming world by storm. Fantastic storytelling. This game and the next 2 games, just some of the most fantastic storytelling you will ever see in a game, period. And we literally quite literally see the birth of Ezio, and we literally follow him through the very end of his life, pretty much. We don't get to see his death, obviously, because there's actually a movie that came out that kind of shows what happens later on. I don't even think he dies in that either. But we literally follow him from birth to the end of his life, and it's just like this fantastic story. Like, it's crazy.
Give him here.
Giovanni.
Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
And that's where our story begins, folks. It's quite a doozy, man. It's crazy. And here we got all these flashbacks and shit. Okay, so I'm actually going to kind of leave the modern-day story out of my videos because I don't want to spoil it too much, because the modern-day stories is where things really start to get interesting, and I would hate to spoil that on you guys. Like, so, if you want to play it, feel free. If you want to look it up, also feel free. But I just, it's the bulk of the game is, the flashbacks and the memories and stuff, so we're going to stick with those.
The cameras?
Okay, so here we go. We're starting to get into the story here. This is kind of when this skips ahead to like when Ezio is like a late teenager, I guess.
I'm surprised to see you here. I thought the Pazzi hired others to do their dirty work.
It's your family that cries for guards when there's trouble. Afraid to handle things yourself.
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we all love Ezio. So basically, combat in this game, we'll talk about a little later. Oh my god. I'm about to fucking die at the beginning. Okay, there we go.
Baby brother still has much to learn.
And if you'll notice, the climbing is already a lot faster.
Oh, no shame in failure, brother.
Come on then, this way.
Where are you going?
You'll see.
I should also add, this soundtrack is fucking incredible too.
It is a good life we lead, brother.
The best. May never change.
And may it never change us.
You know what? That's it, man. It's how could you not fucking love this, man? It's fucking incredible. They started like that. Just damn.
Ezio, let Christina sleep.
There will be time enough for that. Later.
Ah,
Oh, here we go. We have to go. We gotta go get bitches. Do the leap of faith.
So it's Vieri. Better hide.
Keep looking! He couldn't have gotten far!
Christina! Christina!
Who's there?
Me!
Oh, Ezio. I should have known.
May I come in?
Fine, but only for a minute.
A minute is all I need.
Indeed.
Well, wait.
Aha, that's what she said.
Come here.
Oh, Ezio.
Schwang, schwang, schwang.
Christina! Christina! Celia! Your tutor will be here soon. Come, my daughter. Is it really so terrible?
Oh, daddy's coming.
Figlio d'un cane! What is this?
Perdonate, messere. Chiedo venia.
Reason number 2 why we love Ezio. He's a son of a fucking bitch.
Voglio la sua testa! Ora!
There's really no need for violence.
We're gonna kind of skip around a lot. We're gonna kind of skip from this to, you know, the actual like assassination stuff. Then we're gonna do. We're actually gonna skip to an end game instance that I've already completed on my first playthrough, and we're gonna show you a little bit of, you know, what the end game is like and all the other stuff is like. Traitor, 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 traitor.
Well, young man. I
We
trust
actually
you
get to kill
delivered
him.
the message.
Here begins a pretty much a recurring theme in all the games.
Hello, Leonardo.
Madonna Maria.
Leonardo da Vinci.
This is my son, Ezio.
It becomes a reoccurring theme that you kind of just, the assassins
Let me go and fetch the paper.
naturally get
I'll be
mixed
right
up with
back.
all these historical figures. The first one just happens to be Leonardo da Vinci.
Expression is vital to
And
understanding any
he's
job
actually a
life.
pretty close ally throughout the
You should
entire
find
game
an
because, you know,
outlet.
since he's an inventor,
plenty of outlets.
he pretty much
beside
helps, he like invents all these
vaginas.
little knick-knacks and gadgets and like weapons and shit for you to
Back to your
use, and
house, then.
it's pretty cool.
See, see.
Where is everyone?
They took your father and brother to the Palazzo
And
of
this is
Victoria.
where things kind of start to reveal
My mother,
themselves,
my
you know?
Ezio.
Claudia. Are you all right?
Yes, but Mother... She's in shock. When she resisted...
It's not safe here. Is there some place you can take them?
Okay, so we're actually going to have to climb this jail tower right here to go talk to Ezio's dad. And then, you know, he kind of starts to say, like, okay, like, you know, go here and, you know, find this. And then, you know, we start to, you know, really, you know, get into the game. Can we go up here? Yeah, we'll just climb up this way. Again, much faster climbing system. It was a godsend after that terrible crap in the first one.
Ezio. Father, what's happened?
Took a bit of a beating, but I'm all right. What of your mother and sister?
Safe now.
Annetta took them.
Yes. Wait. You knew this would happen?
Not the way it did, and not this soon. Doesn't matter now.
What do you mean? Explain.
There's no time. Listen closely. Return to the house. In my office is a hidden door. Use your talent to find it. Beyond lies a chest. Take everything you find inside.
And here we
Much
go.
of it may seem strange to
Mysterious
you. All of it
shit.
is important. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Among the contents is a letter, and with it some documents. I need you to take these documents to Mr. Roberto. He was with me in the office this morning.
Gonfalonieri, I remember. Now please, tell me what's happening. Are the Pazzi behind this? There was a note for you at the picnic. It said, "Go, Ezio. Go now."
Go now, Ezio. And now we go. Okay, so now we use our
Brother
eagle
said there
vision
was a
here.
door here.
It should be, yep, right here. And here we go. The cloak of the assassin. Yeah, we got the music going. The hidden blade. Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps again. Shit.
Bring this to Messer Roberto.
Okay, so now we have our official attire. Now we actually get to use it right here, I think, right? Yep. Okay. So now let's start to talk combat in this game. So basically, you know, we got to see a little bit with you know, the fist fight, but it's kind of the same thing as Assassin's Creed 1. You kind of have to hold your action button and hope for someone to attack you when you get to the harder characters. Okay, see, and then I countered that one perfectly. So then you can kind of quickly take them out. So yeah, basically combat is very similar to Assassin's Creed 1, but the countering is a lot better. The countering system is much better. Okay, so let's try to counter these guys. Let's take out. Oh, and that was an instant kill. There we go, and I countered that one perfectly as well. So as you can see, much more like free-flowing than Assassin's Creed 1. Come on, open your fucking door, fat man.
Ezio Auditore? What are you doing here at this hour?
Boppity boopity, boopity boppity boopity boppity.
I don't...
Wait, child. Take a breath. Collect your thoughts.
My father and brothers have been imprisoned. I was told to bring you this.
I see now. It's a misunderstanding, Ezio. I'll clear everything up.
How?
And that actually turns out to be the Grand Master of the Templar, who we find out later.
Against your family.
That mysterious figure in the back.
I'll present these papers at their hearing in the morning, and they'll be released.
Thank you, Signore.
Of course, my child. Do you need a place to stay? You're more than welcome here.
No, grazie. I'll meet you at the piazza.
Don't worry, Ezio. Everything is going to be fine.
Okay, so now basically Ezio's father and two brothers are going to be publicly hanged. Yep, so things aren't going to go too well, unfortunately. But, you know, misfortune has to come to push our main character to seek revenge and then learn more about the assassins.
This day, but we will have yours in return, I swear! We will!
Father!
There! Grab the boy! He's one of them!
I'll kill you for what you've done!
Guards! Arrest him!
Abatetelo. Run, boy. Fast.
Okay, so now we have to make our escape. Yikes. Okay. I'm used to playing the new Assassin's Creed games where you don't have to hold down the shit to run, or like to sprint rather. If you notice in the upper left corner, we have notoriety meter. So right now, it is completely glowing red, which means I cannot walk the streets at all without being, immediately alerted to by guards. And eventually, it's actually cool. You can actually reduce your notoriety. So there'll be posters and shit up, and like you can actually bribe public servants and stuff. So there'll be posters hanging up, and you can rip the posters down, and then you can go and bribe public servants and preachers and stuff to, tell the town that, like, oh, you're not bad and stuff. And it reduces your notoriety meter to a point that you can actually become incognito again. And you can freely walk the streets and guards won't alert to you. Right now, there's just no guards in the vicinity except for right there. So I'm going to have to make a run for it because they're going to alert to me. Okay, so pretty cool feature. Yes, you can actually hire whores. So yeah, we're gonna go into these girls right here. See, and it's kind of very different than Assassin's Creed 1 because now you can go in between crowds of people and in real time and blend. So you don't have to look for the scholars and shit. So watch, I walk in right here, bang, I'm already blending with the crowd. So now we're going to try to blend with this crowd right here. And we're going to try to get past the guards. So we're going to follow her. It's useful to kind of stay in the middle of the people. Okay. Okay, we got past that group of guards. And sometimes you get in a really tight pinch because you have to switch crowds when one crowd's going the wrong way. So now I'm going to have to wait. See, I'm going to have to wait for these monks to come past right here. And I'm going to have to quick go into here. Make a break for it over here. Sit down right here. Now I'm going to wait for this group right here. Or actually, yeah, I'm going to have to wait for that group. Make a run for it. Sit down right here.
Now that you've
okay, so we were successful, and as you can see, it's very, very useful. For there's many ways to escape, assassinations and flee the scene and blend with people to kind of like get out of sight and disappear.
Hey, my father's blade and bracer. How did you get them?
By using the same skills I've just taught you.
It's not exactly in working condition.
I assume you're familiar with Leonardo da Vinci.
See, but how does a painter factor into the...
Okay, and coincidentally, we have to go see Leonardo da Vinci, who is also an inventor, other than an artist, and have him fix our hidden blade that is broken.
I didn't expect to see you again.
Oh, boppity boppity boo.
Fascinating. I don't know, Ezio. Despite its age, the construction is rather advanced. There, it's finished.
Huh? What's finished?
The blade. I managed to decode that parchment of yours. It showed me exactly what to do. Now all that's left is to remove your ring finger.
Really?
I'm sorry, but this is how it must be done. The blade is designed to ensure the commitment of whoever wields it.
Bene. Do it quickly.
I was only having
yeah, so basically,
the blade once required a
in the old days, that's pretty much the mark of the assassin if their ring finger is cut off, because it was forbidden love, and also it was because later, Bayek of Assassin's Creed Origins accidentally slices his ring finger off when he uses the hidden blade for the first time. It's kind of funny. That's why it was actually the tradition was actually created. It was a nice little thing that they put in there in Assassin's Creed Origins. We'll play in a week or so. Yeah, you're probably gonna hear me say that boppity boopity shit a lot because I every time I hear like Italian, I always just think of that fucking Family Guy episode when Peter walks into the deli and he just starts talking to the Italian guy and he pisses him off and they just get into this verbal argument.
Is the deed.
Where can I find Uberto?
According to my girls, he'll be attending an unveiling tonight of Verrocchio's latest work. It will be held at the Santa Croce cloister.
Watch over my mother and sister while I'm away.
Of course, Ezio. As if they were my own.
Okay, so we have our location, we have our man, and here we go with Ezio's first assassination of Mr. Fat Fucker Uberto. I don't even know what his fucking other name is. Okay, here we go. And we'll start.
Again with this?
You have overstepped your bounds, Uberto.
Who are you to speak of bounds? You who have
Okay,
crowned
we
yourself
have our target in
Lorenzo
sight.
di Medici, Principe of Firenze.
I've done no such thing.
Of course not. Ever innocent. How convenient. At least now we see how far your reach extends, which is to say, nowhere at all. It has proved a valuable lesson for me and my allies.
Yes. Your allies, the Pazzi. Is that what this is about?
Be careful with your words, Lorenzo. You might attract the wrong sort of attention.
Okay, so our target has entered this building, and we're obviously fucking surrounded by guards. Okay, so this is how we do it Assassin's Creed 2 style. I'm gonna make my way up here and around, because it looks like there's not too many guards over that side. Okay, and it looks like there's whores down there that we can use to hopefully get in. Okay, so we're gonna hire these whores, and now we can parade them over here. And as you see, they go away with those two other whores, and now we kind of have freedom over here. So we're gonna walk these whores over to these guards and get them to give up their post. And there they go, giving up their post, and now we can slip right in. Okay, and let's look for our target. We'll turn on our eagle vision.
I trust you're enjoying yourselves.
And there we go, he's right over there.
And to think I once thought of Giovanni as a brother.
Don't blame yourself. How could you have known what...
You!
Yeah, yeet! And that's how it is done, ladies and gentlemen.
You would have done the same. To save the ones you love.
And the Assassin's Creed tradition, we kind of reconcile with our victim real quick.
You're not dead. I'm still here. Me, Ezio Auditore.
Boppity boopity! Gotta love the ambition, man. Okay, so we have to escape the area now. Okay, so here we go in a endgame instance, and we're at right now, which is kind of the home base of the Assassin's Brotherhood in Italy. I should have mentioned actually earlier that this game does take place in Renaissance Italy. So here's pretty much the villa. And if you notice this whole town right here, you can actually upgrade this whole town to bring in income. If you notice down at the bottom left, I have almost 30,000 florins. Okay, so here we are inside the villa. this is where we're gonna see like a lot of the RPG elements in Assassin's Creed kind of start to, you know, plant their seeds and grow a little bit. So we'll talk to this guy right here. This guy's the architect.
Shall we take a look at
Boppity boopity. And then yeah, so as you can see, I have everything fully upgraded. And when you buy stuff here, you get discounts. So, you know, look, I got, you know, the blacksmith and shit. That's very useful. All right, so across the hall here, now we're going to see, now is the kind of collector shit, the completionist shit. You got your weapons room with all your, you know, swords and whatnot. You have your daggers right here. Your swords are on the wall. Okay, and then here we are in the armor room. So I'm actually wearing the best armor in the game. It says it's Altair's armor, but he never had a black cloak like that, so I don't know. But yeah, we have all the armor in the game here, pretty much, that I've purchased because I've basically gotten everything. As you can see, I have so much money, it's not even an object anymore. Go to Tuscany. Go to Tuscany now. Okay, so one thing that really pleased me was you can actually ride your horse now without anyone getting fucking upset. And so I'll show you here. I'll try to find a group of soldiers. Group of soldiers right here. Nothing. Ride back past them again. Nothing. In Assassin's Creed 1, you remember, I automatically have to die for my crimes for being an infidel or some shit like that. So, a lot less extreme. Okay, so here's one of those posters, and you'll see, so, boom, and I am now incognito completely. Okay, now this was always one of my, you know, regardless from the cities and stuff, this was one of my favorite scenes, you know, like the hills of Italy and shit. So, like, obviously, like, we're still in the skybox era, so this is literally just a giant box, like, you know, floating in the sky, with, you know, background textures and shit. But, like, you can't, like, this is when games really started to get big. You know, we have great environments with great textures, and then, you know, just like the mountainsides of Italy and the beautiful fields, and it's just, it's spectacular. Like, in, you know, playing it for the first time, when I played it in 4K on the 65-inch TV, it was just like, my God, like for a game that's this old to still look, even like Assassin's Creed 1, for a game that's that old to still look good is just like, man. Like, it was such a fucking treat to play. Well, let's talk about map size, you know, being that we just talked about, you know, the scenery and everything. So, you know, I mean, kind of the same size as Assassin's Creed 1, but there's more places to visit. So, kind of balances each other out. We're not quite there with, you know, making gigantic games yet, but, you know, we have a pretty decent map size with a lot of activities to do. You see there's a lot of fucking shit all over the map. So actually, we're going to go to a pigeon coop, and we're going to get an assassination contract. Just an example of one of the side quests. Or, well, I should say side activities at this point. Because, again, we're still not quite there with side missions, or side quests. Okay, let's see what we have today. Okay, good old Lorenzo. Look at this guy! Like, he's not even trying! Okay, see you later. Oh, is that the target? Wow, that was the easiest contract ever. Wow. So, okay. Now we can see kind of rickety. You know what I mean? It's and the reason I don't call them side quests or side missions yet is because it's like, you know, playing the later games now, I've seen, you know, they literally put together like hundreds of you know, just full, like, you know, kind of lengthy missions that just take you in all different types of areas, doing like all different types of deeds. Okay, so another one of the RPG elements is we have the whole blacksmith system. You know, when your armor actually does take damage and you have to repair it here. As you see, I'm fine right now. Then, you know, we have your armor. We all have that all purchased. You got your weapons. You got your small weapons, ammunition, throwing knives, smoke bombs, and there's actually a little wrist cannon thing that it's like a pistol on one of Ezio's gauntlets. It's pretty cool. I actually use that a lot in the next game, Brotherhood, to shoot guys off horses and shit. And because it worked out very well. It's, you know, it's pretty much the only distance weapon you have, and like you don't even get a bow until, like, I forget. I can only remember Origins right now is when you have a bow. But distance weapons, like, you don't even start getting them until like Assassin's Creed Unity, or no, actually Assassin's Creed 3 and 4, actually, because those are in the kind of revolutionary time period. All right, so obviously, like, you know, fantastic game. They got everything right: the beauty, the magnificent architecture, the art, and, you know, everything of you know, Renaissance Italy. It's a tremendous entry for only the second entry too, and playing it and, you know, amped up graphics and stuff only made it that much better, experiencing it for the first time. And it's literally, like I said, number 2 on my list of greatest games of all time now. I can't even, like, it literally, like, you know, I'm a Batman freak. It beat, like, Batman Arkham for me, which is, like, that's saying something right there. That should be automatic, you know, like, holy shit, Pat thought that. Jeez. All right, consensus time. What does Pat think? I think it's a solid 9.5 out of 10. 100% recommend playing it. It is number 2 on my list of greatest video games of all time, right behind Halo 3. Very, very, very close second. And I'm so mad I never played it, like, until now. You know, it's just, it's one of those games that you gotta fucking play it. It's one of those, like, staples of you know, classic, like, you know, late 2000s gaming. I highly suggest it. Great game, along with Brotherhood and Revelations followed behind it. Definitely play them all. You're gonna get hooked on you know, Assassin's Creed 2. I guarantee you'll buy, you know, both of the other games as soon as you finish it. And before I go, guys, thank you so much for liking the page. Hit that follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Also give the video a like. I really appreciate all of the support I've been getting. We literally grew by like 60 likes in the past week, and 60 follows on the page. It's been tremendous. I actually forgot to send out you know, an invite for, like, you know, like blast and stuff, so I sent that out. But thank you guys very much for the support, and until next time, have a good one, everyone.